Talk family, and welcome back to another inspiring episode of Talk the Talk with me, Desh Pillay Bechan. I'm so sorry that I'm squirming around here. I have lots and lots of exercise after pains trying to get fit. But anyway, today we are joined by an extraordinary trailblazer in the automotive world, the phenomenal Hayley Austin, founder and director of MoToRecruit. She has a passion for people and an unmatched drive to make a difference. Hayley is not just building careers, she's driving them forward. So through MoToRecruit, she has become a powerful force in reshaping the recruitment landscape in motoring, connecting the right talent with the right opportunities and doing it all with heart, precision and purpose. Hayley's dedication to empowering individuals and uplifting the industry is nothing short of inspiring. She is a change maker, a visionary, and a woman on a mission to elevate and lift people up in their careers across the board. So before I even go into welcoming Hayley Austin, I want to publicly thank her for the work that she's put into this drive of ours in terms of the Motoring Woman of the Year Awards. She vets and she not recruits but interviews and does all the admin for our Motoring Woman of the Year Awards. She has done a phenomenal job last year. More than that, she's become a friend. She's become a person that has been my confidant, and she spent more than 30 years in the industry. I think it's been over 10 as a dealer principal.
Yes.
Okay, so as usual, I partner with people that I believe in and people that I know that are going to share this vision of empowerment with me. So let's give a very warm welcome to Hayley Austin. And as always, this interview is proudly brought to you by Sariti Solutions and MFC, a division of Nedbank. Hello, Hayley.
Hello, Desh. I really am seeing the tissues here and I'm thinking it's time, like it was close. I can't miss my makeup. Thank you so much.
I mean,
very sweet.
You don't wear makeup, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Look at that. Girl power, right?
So Hayley, I mean, you have been so instrumental in last year's, success of we've chosen phenomenal women throughout the country. We do our best to be transparent. How did you feel at the awards last year?
It was such an eye-opener for me, an experience that I hope to be a part of long into the future.
Thank you.
You have driven this, what do you call it, movement, and it's growing, and it's fabulous women with skills that never used to be noticed, and was always just, she'll do it.
Yeah.
But more and more people are realizing that women really are passionate about the motor industry.
Yes.
And being at the awards was a real privilege and a real eye-opener to all these amazing women out there, which I've known they've always been there, but I've never seen so many in one room.
And I think we're going to get into that a bit later, but I think one of the reasons that I welcomed you with open arms is because you were a dealer principal. In that role, there is no way that you are not going to be empowering women. So you have been empowering women for many, many years in the industry. Can you give me the exact figure, please?
Well, it's just on 30 years, so very difficult to count it all back.
Anyway.
Yes. No, this isn't about age, this is about knowledge. But I started off in the motor industry right at the bottom. When I talk right at the bottom, I'm talking about, being a secretary was then in those days a great job, but we know women in a man's world, in a dealership, being the secretary. I went into HR. From HR, I was fortunate to have amazing mentors in my life, which were men and still,
Most
yes. And there weren't very many men who want to give women, higher opportunities, but I was fortunate to have one of them. And I built myself up from nowhere, from the bottom, through the HR, into sales, into management, into finance and insurance, and eventually into running a very well-known brand and dealership for over 12 years. During that time, a cleaner became a receptionist. I've got quite a few of those stories to tell, empowering people right from the bottom, just like I was, up. And in fact, they're still working. They still call me boss. They still phone me. We still speak. And that was one of the best parts, actually, of my career.
I love how you have come up the ranks and you're still in the industry in a different way. Now, recruiting CEOs, but as I said earlier on off screen, whether you are recruiting a CEO or you are recruiting someone in the wash bay of a dealership or a receptionist, you treat them all the same, and they are all equal in your eyes, and that's what resonates with me.
You never know what that cleaner has been through and where that person can go to. So with the right support, whether it's male or female, with the right support, it's one of those proud moments when you see how they grow. And that is actually, when into 2020 happened, long story, we'll cut it short, and being in the motor industry and my passion for it, I knew that I had to be involved with people. I had to be involved with people.
You've been tested.
For sure.
You've been tested in terms of it was never meant to happen, but it happened, where a person reached out to you for a job and you so politely have responded to that person, and it came back to me saying that you're not interested, or something a little bit on the negative side, but maybe also it was miscommunicated, or WhatsApp does that to you. It's better speaking to a person face to face or over the phone. And I spoke to you about it, and you're like, Desh, this is my WhatsApp message, this is what I sent. And I was like, I knew then, but I knew it even before then, that I chose the right person. So I know that you give equal attention and the very same dedication and devotion to every person, despite their position. And I really take my hat off to you for that, because that receptionist that you're placing, there is no doubt that she's going to be a dealer principal, if she has the drive and the passion to do so. I've seen it. 10 years ago, I would walk into dealerships when I worked at another company, and my partner, and I'm not going to name names, but she used to, go straight to the dealer principal without greeting the security guard or greeting the receptionist, and she would be upset. She would get upset because I'm making conversation with everybody, and I would say to her when we get back into her car, she said, you could have been with me, with the dealer principal, helping me sell this product and doing that. And I'm like, but that receptionist is going to be the dealer principal. And I promise you, 10 years later today, those receptionists are the dealers, or the sales managers, or the parts managers.
Are they running their own show?
And I'm busy recognizing them on our platforms for the awards.
Yes, absolutely.
Because you've heard their stories. And that's what we share. That's what we have in common. So I'm so glad that we have a chance to not explain, we don't have to justify our relationship to anybody, but to maybe allow people to understand what
the connection.
Yes, where this
the
relationship,
passion.
Where this relationship
people in cars.
came from. Yes,
people in cars.
People in cars and empowerment. That's
and coffee.
It. And coffee. So now that I've told my story, this was not my time, but you are an interviewer and no one interviews me. So what job would you hire me for in the motor trade?
Desh, I think you should stay exactly where you are. I don't want to mess with anyone
No
out
one
there.
was dying.
Yeah, she's not available, and if she was, you'd have to go through me. But she's meant to be exactly where she is. You do amazing things in your life. What you do for women, what you do for RADA, what you do for everyone, and people like me. No one else can do that.
Oh.
So yeah, maybe you should be teaching others how to do it.
Oh my gosh, no one's going to offer me a job now, so that's done.
Sorry, she can't go anywhere else.
Yeah, I thought I was finally going to be a CEO of some OEM.
No, you are your own CEO.
Okay. What do you love most about your job, Hayley?
Connecting with people. You know, when I took a retrenchment package and I sat at home thinking, oh, let's see who I am without the motor industry, I missed the craziness of the people of the industry. You know, the people in the motor industry are we're always in a rush, but we've got time to have a coffee and a chat. We all generally want to be winners. I wanted to be a winner so badly, and you know, and we are passionate, and I missed those conversations. I also missed seeing people living their dreams. You know, there are people, even in your industry, in our industry at the moment, they're sitting behind a desk trying to sell a car, but that's maybe not what they should be doing. Let's be honest, you know. So you need people to guide them to where they want to be or should be for their future. So that's what I love about it.
Right, and has it been challenging?
Oh, absolutely.
In terms of jobs?
Absolutely. The job market has changed. The motor industry has changed. And it's tough out there. You know, in my day when I was selling cars, yes, I sold cars too, used cars to be.
You did everything in the industry.
But it was easier. It's really more challenging. The more brands coming into the country, the tougher it gets. So yeah, it's not as easy as everyone thinks, and the jobs are scarce. So that's why I work with top quality, top tier candidates.
Absolutely.
Those are my candidates that I'm keeping, or I like to share.
Candidates and also top tier groups and OEMs, which I love. I absolutely love that. Hayley, who has been your inspiration? Personally or professionally? Okay,
so professionally, I'm going to say that it's CEO, Mr. Kevin Gilmer.
Who you've mentioned.
Yes.
Hi, Kevin Gilmer. She's mentioned you 1 million times to me before.
I will continue to do that.
The owner, CEO of the dealer
of CFAO Motors, at the time Unitrans. He has subsequently gone into retirement and playing golf. A lot of it.
So was he the CEO of Safal Mobility only, or
No, Unitrans, VW and Audi CEO. And then Unitrans was taken over by CFAO Mobility. But he was on the CEO of VW and Audi brand for the group. And I happen to be in that. So if you didn't guess it, that's my background, is VW and Audi specifically. And yeah, so he believed in me when I was the HR and I used to be putting salespeople's and commission sheets through every month and was like, oh, I just want to sell cars. I did come across one specific woman, very successful woman in the industry, and I begged her, please, I want to be a salesperson. And she said to me, and I was young, it was many years ago, and she said to me, I'm sorry, you're too wet behind the ears. And it took that one woman, as harsh as it is to say it, to push me to a level where no one would ever be able to say to me that I was not capable or able or strong enough to achieve great things. And then this gent came into my life. I was his PA, and yeah, he put his faith in me, moved me. We went and sorted out problems. I moved along with him. And then he left me behind as a finance and insurance manager. I was no longer the HR. And I delved into an industry of finance and insurance which I still love and have a deep passion for, which is why I enjoy the fact that MFC and Nedbank is so important in your world, because I understand the financing aspect of it as well. And yeah, he just kept growing me, left me behind, and then I had to do it all on my own, which I'm proud to say I did as a single mother.
Oh,
yeah.
Well done.
Thanks.
Absolutely. And talking about single mom, your daughter just got married, right?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, we all got to make a mistake at least once.
No, congratulations.
No, she's beautiful, she's happy, they're happy, and I wish them nothing but the best for the future.
Oh, that's from me too. Okay, so Hayley, what are you looking forward to this year? Because we have top tier candidates, again, from every province, and we know, please can you explain to us or to the viewers that are interested, so we can just maybe forward this to those that want to know, how does the selection process take place in terms of the nominations? We get more than 4,000 nominations. We obviously scan through them, and then once we choose these ladies, let's go from there. We take into consideration their KPIs. Okay, you're gonna take it from there.
So to be a part of this movement is not as simple as everyone thinks. You can just be nominated and then suddenly you win awards, and which is a real prestigious recognition. So from my side, as soon as we have all these nominations, and it is a lot of nominations to work through, as a team, we sit and I will then vet all these the applicants. We see what their qualities are, what they're giving back to their communities, what they're doing for women empowerment. Obviously, women empowerment is a strong factor in our criteria. This is about successful women and strong women. And yeah, if they've meeting all the key performance areas, and we feel that they are worthy, then they become a part of this amazing movement, which has grown and continues to do so.
Yeah. Look, would you agree? And I think I don't think we've talked about this intensely, but we can't give 90,000 women an award, but they all do deserve it. They deserve it.
Absolutely.
And would you agree that it's not about winning the award? No. It's about using this platform as a woman that receives this award to pay it forward.
Absolutely. You know, the coaching of the next generation is key. And I feel that's what we're doing here as well. You know, with our knowledge, the younger generation of women coming into the industry, they need to be, their hands need to be held sometimes, so they can understand and grow through the industry. So it is definitely a platform to be able to do that. And I just love being a part of it. I love seeing the joy and the thrill of just of getting an award that you didn't even realize you were noticed or going to be recognized for. Last year that happened a lot. I would phone, I'd phone all the applicants where I could, and what do you mean? Who nominated me? And I was like, no, I actually can't tell you, but the fact that you are being noticed and you don't need to know who that is, it was special to me. I was in tears a lot of the time.
And I'm so glad that you bring that up, because it's so important for us to discuss this again. I think an interview that I would forward to a lot of people that question the movement. It's so important to understand that the nominator does not want to be known. He has or she, in most cases, they have at least 2,000 people working for them or within the OEM or the groups, and it's just not something that, I mean, he's found a person or she's found a person within the group or within the OEM that feels has stood out. Not just one. So we get 4,000 nominations, so they choose about 100, and we are left to decide which ones are.
Which is really tough.
Exactly. So it's very difficult for us to tell you which part of the management, who from management is giving us the nominations. But that's the reason they remain anonymous, because they value each of you equally. It's just a certain criteria that you probably have met in terms of their KPIs, because that's what they look at. They're not looking at women empowerment, how you've mentored. No, they're looking at your KPIs. They're looking at your key performance areas. Yeah, that's what they're looking at, and we are looking at what have you done to mentor.
Your actual spirit.
Yeah, your spirit.
Yes.
So Hayley, thank you.
Thank you, Desh.
A lot of work goes into this. You have saved me from hiring my own HR department.
It's a pleasure.
So thank you for being a part of us. Thank you for volunteering your services and for donating in many ways to our movement. So we appreciate, we love you.
Thank you. And I love you. And to all those women out there, I just need to say as well, you know, when we talk about winning an award, that's wonderful, but one day I hope you'll be nominating people of your own as well.
Yes, and they're most likely going to be in a position to do so.
Yes.
So that's going to be
And I hope I'm
amazing.
still around for that.
You don't have a choice. You have to be around. It's very difficult to replace you, Hayley.
Oh, listen to that.
I want to play a game with you, Hayley, because we're always so seriously talking about business. I'm going to describe what's on my 30 seconds card here, and you're going to guess what it is. Okay, he was a Nobel Prize winner. It's from South Africa.
Yes, I can see his name. I mean, I can see him, but I'm really bad. Archbishop Tutu.
The other one.
Oh, no, Nelson Mandela.
What do they call him, though?
Papa. No, don't put me on the spot. Like that. Madiba.
Okay, then we have a beautiful country that's
Switzerland.
No.
Don't stop now. Come on.
Okay, it is a European country.
Okay.
Okay, and
Italy. Venice.
not Italy. They
Spain.
Yes.
I want to go to all of them.
It's so much of fun. I'm gonna go do all of them now because she is fun. You are so not fun when we're talking business, okay? Right, not Lay's, the other chips. Not Lay's.
Simba.
Yes, there we go.
I want to be a Simba chippy.
I'm so glad
sorry.
you're actually showing our community who you are. Okay, but you did that on stage last year. You were like literally the light of that stage.
Yeah, you have to have fun with what you're doing. If you love what you're doing, you're going to have fun.
Absolutely. And every time I call you, and I wanted to, this was one of my questions for you during the interview. How is it that when I call you with so much of stress, okay, and I'm in a situation, you like just have this ability to calm me down? How are you so calm? You like zen. You are in a zen garden. Feels like you are in a zen garden your entire life.
And honestly, you can ask all the people that worked with me and for me. That's not my personality at all. But I think over time you learn that you need to be calm to handle issues. You need to be calm.
But I think you do that for me in such
I probably
a way.
don't even realize I'm doing it, to be honest.
No, I think you know. I need to first calm her down. I think you know.
Well, if you must know, I do put the phone down, I pour myself a stiff drink, and then I scream and shout, and no one else needs to know.
Well, it works for me, so whatever you do, you go. Because it's working for me. Okay, so the other
one, right? Last one, come on.
No, just give me a few. We're having fun here, okay? I know you've got an appointment. We've got 2 minutes left. Okay. It is Pretoria, the new name for it.
Swanee.
Oh, there we go. Okay, when we were kids, we did not have Xbox and PlayStation. So we used to play this. We had this toy, okay, and it's on a string. What is it called? Yes.
I've still got one.
Okay, and it's, I think, the most popular. Do you? It helps, right, with stress. I'm just telling you. Okay.
rusted, but I've got one.
Okay, an insurance company, health insurance.
Insurance. Oh,
Health
Discovery.
Biggest, yes. Yay. Now, I have made that easy. Make it easy for me.
Ooh, okay. I think
I don't
I'm
have your
easier-
IQ, okay?
I
so
think I'm
come on.
easier at guessing than giving.
Okay. Okay.
You know what I mean?
You're a very giving person, but anyway, let's
All right,
go
let's
for it.
go. Highest mountain.
Everest.
Ah. It's a doctor, but it's not Oprah, but it's 2 programs that were on simultaneously on the TV most.
Dr. Fall.
Yeah.
I love him.
Oh,
He's gone really old now.
is he still alive?
Of course. Most of the things I do here is because of him.
This is it. If he killed one, it is a French policeman. Is that French? What accent is this?
I don't know.
Okay, but this is Inspector, and you
Gadget.
another one. He was real.
He was English.
Moustache. No, French. Inspector. Oh.
Clouseau.
Yes.
No way.
Yes. Come on. Oh my God. Clouseau.
Oh my god. I didn't even know the name.
We don't know how smart we are. Do you know what I'm saying?
I just said I don't have an IQ, so.
Oh, you see, this has also got an accent. Actor. Beautiful.
You don't have to do
Spanish.
the accent. His name sounds like what food?
Spanish. Zorro.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
My cameraman is not even trying to make
I'll give
some
you a
action.
clue. I'll give you a clue. His name starts with an A.
Aerosmith.
Antonio
Banderas.
Banderas.
Oh my- is it Antonio Banderas?
He's gorgeous.
Just to love
For what?
Antonio. I had a poster of him on my bedroom
you?
door.
Really?
Yes, when I was very small, 12 years old. But yeah.
I wasn't allowed posters.
Okay.
I was not allowed to put press stick on the wall when I was growing up. It's crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, it wasn't important. My daughter got me back because when I say to her, you can't do it, because what we do, unfortunately, or what I did, sorry, as a mother is whatever I'd learned, you pay it forward. So she was not allowed to have posters on her wall, and she rebelled.
No.
She collected them out of the U magazine, and I came home one day from a hard day in the motor industry, and her whole wall was posters. And what do?
Good
It was
for you.
okay. I need
Good
to let
for
go of
you,
the past
daughter.
and move on, right? But when she did eventually move out, and we pulled these posters, or grew up, should I say, we pulled the posters off the wall so that we could paint. The oil marks were there, and in fact, I still live in that same house, and there's still certain spots that I can see the history on the walls.
Wow.
So yeah.
That's
Right, last
good.
one.
Right.
This is it's a series of events that they have where the world get together and they race and they run.
Olympics.
And the thing that someone runs with to light the flame is called the Olympic. They run with it and then they use it to light the fire. Or you could shine it in the dark.
Torch.
Yes.
Come on.
Olympic torch.
And someone else would have gotten that sooner, but you could have
I
described
told you
it.
I'm better at
Why do
guessing
you
than
use-
giving. And that's
Thank
all,
you.
folks.
That was so much. That's all, folks. That's all, folks. But thank you so much. Thank you for everything you do for us again. And we look forward to an amazing MOT event this year.
I'm excited.
Good luck. No, I wouldn't say good luck, but
no.
well done to everything that you do for empowering women. You go over and beyond and above and wherever to place your people and to place good human beings, not just human beings that perform and that have great KPIs. I hate that word KPIs, key performance indexes. That's what it calls. Oh my gosh, like I'm so glad I don't have to deal with that, because you deal with that for me. But I mean, that's so important. But you have this very special package, a package that includes your spirit. That includes your kindness, and I just wish you all the best in the business. And I know one day we are going to be empowering many people, not just women, but people, to pay it forward.
Thank you,
Hayley.
Desh.
Okay, and thank you. We extend our gratitude to our viewers, all of you, for engaging with our comment by watching, commenting, and sharing our interviews, our non-profit initiatives, which includes the Motoring Woman of the Year Awards, powered by MFC and Ever by Nedbank. And the Talk the Talk Studios, supported by Sariti Solutions, focus on honoring and celebrating the woman in the South African motoring industry. Our mission goes beyond storytelling, playing 30 seconds, joking. We strive to make a positive impact on lives, and together we are dedicated to empowering and uplifting women within our industry. So if you're in the market for a new vehicle, for a few vehicles also, that's also fine. We invite you to explore www.auto.ever.africa, where you'll find thousands of cars for sale, all from very reliable and reputable MFC accredited dealerships countrywide. Our car listing portal is designed for ease of use, and it also features vehicle reviews as well as tips and advice for car maintenance, and those tips and advice as well as reviews is provided by myself and my team from Talk the Talk Studios. So ladies, success isn't always about greatness, it's about consistency. And I think you can definitely resonate with that.
Definitely.
Gotta be consistent in whatever we do.
Yes. Make your bed every day.
Absolutely. Yeah, I try that. But consistent hard work leads to success. Greatness will come. At the end of the day, you put all the work in, and eventually it will pay off. It could be in a year, or it could be in 30 years. And I'm not saying that because I'm speaking with someone with 30 years experience in the motoring industry. This year is my 15th year in the industry, and I've got such a long way to go. I have such a long way to go to where I wish to be in terms of empowering, and I pray that God will give me the strength and the universe will give me the power to do what I need to do. But 30 years you've been here, and you are in a place where you are comfortable, so it will eventually pay off. Eventually your hard work will show you the fruits,
and
the passion. Yes. So only when you do know yourself, the opinion of other people becomes important. So I'm saying that because a lot of people will try and put obstacles in your path and try and discourage you. Don't let that happen. Know yourself, know your worth, and know what the end goal is. And with that, I would like to remind you that the question should never be who's going to let me. It should be who's going to
stop me.
Absolutely.